Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm so glad to be with you again. It's been a long time, and as many of you know, it's been a long time because I've had this destination wedding that I've been working on forever, and I just put all my YouTube videos and everything on hold until that was finished. And the wedding was last Saturday up in Lake Tahoe, which is about 9 hours from here. It's way up in the high Sierras. And we got home last night, and all the way home I kept thinking about it being 4th of July today, and I'm thinking about my lovely Tori Lynn, which is the Gertie sculpt by Lee Eagles, and I painted her and I did her rooting, and I rooted her eyelashes and everything. And I kept saying, one of my daughters was driving, her dad and I, we just were so tired of driving, and I was just saying to her, oh, I can't wait, I want to get home and I want to play with my dolls. It's just been so long. I mean, when I came in here last night and was putting things away, and then I just got up this morning and I looked at this beautiful little girl and I said, oh, I just have to do my 4th of July video and get back into this. There's so many, I have 6 dolls. I want to make sure I have an opportunity to change them, take pictures for Instagram, do a YouTube, and get back into this. I haven't even been able to watch anything. I don't know who got a new baby. I just have not been able to do anything. But today I'm back and I'm excited about being here with all of you, and I hope I haven't been gone so long that everybody forgot me. Hope not. But anyway, my very good friend Katie from My Little World, she sent this beautiful outfit for 4th of July a couple of months ago, and I thought we're wearing this today. And so while I'm going to chit chat with you about the wedding, while I put Tori in her gorgeous outfit. And I'm sure that this, yes, it is, looks like it's Spain. And it's this beautiful dress here, and it has a slip underneath it, everything, and it's striped, red, white, and blue stripe. It has this beautiful bow in the back and buttoned up, and it has, the red rickrack up here. The detail is fantastic, and this red ruffled edging on the collar and on the hem, and it has these little red pants that go with it, and it has this gorgeous hat with the piping, that's the red piping to accentuate it. So we're gonna have fun putting Miss Tori Lynn in this outfit. So we'll start with her little red pants and put her in anyway. So I'll chit chat with you about the wedding while we're getting her dressed for 4th of July. Well, I guess what you would call it was one of these destination weddings. It is in a resort. It was in a resort up in Tahoe City. All of Lake Tahoe pretty much is a resort with the lake and all that. And if you're not familiar with Lake Tahoe, you can Google it and find out more. It is up in the high Sierras, and it takes 9 hours to drive up there. But I will say, was up there twice when I was a child. I've lived in California almost all my life, and it's on the border of Nevada and California. So there's 2 sides to Lake Tahoe. There's the Nevada side, which is on the north side, and there's the California side, which is on the south side. and you can do gambling. And on the Nevada side, they've got these fantastic casinos, I guess. I don't gamble, but my parents did. They loved to go in the summer to places like that, and they'd go for a few days, and my dad always loved to travel. So we went camping up there, and anyways, but things have really changed since I was there 50 years ago, maybe more than that even. But it was where she had her wedding, or her husband Jeff was from Tahoe City, so that's where she wanted to have the wedding because it was beautiful. She loves the mountains, and oh my gosh, it was a gorgeous place. And it was at this Episcopal church chapel there that's out in the woods where they have it. And so it was outside wedding, and yes, and the people that were there were so accommodating. But the thing about it that was so involving to me and my daughters was the fact that we had to set everything up. They didn't do anything. They just provided the venue and all of that, and they did a wonderful job. And they did have some little like dormitory areas. Guess a lot of Christian kids come there for some camp and stuff, so we were able to get dressed there. But oh my goodness, we did not have catering. We did not have any of that. We had to do all of that. So the preparation involved was just amazing down here for a few months in ordering everything. And all of you who have been involved in preparing for a wedding know how much work it is. But the thing is so much of it was down here that we had to bring everything up there. And my daughter's SUV was packed to the hilt. Her sister Elizabeth, who is the matron of honor, and before I go on, I'm putting these little sandals on her too, these summer sandals. And her SUV was packed to the hilt. You know, our Camry, which it was packed to the hilt. And there was, and then we all trooped up there, and the drive was, you know, after you got out of the desert part and you started going up near Bishop, oh my goodness, the high Sierras, there's nothing like it. Mount Whitney was just, all of a sudden you're just driving along on this road, which isn't very occupied, Highway 395, and you see these huge mountains on the left that still have snow on them because we had such a winter this year, and that the snow really was packed. They're still skiing up in Mammoth right now, and they said they're going to keep it open till August. Can you believe that? And we look over there, and it was just breathtaking. The mountains were so high, and there was Mount Whitney right there. And I had never seen that. And Mount Whitney is the highest mountain peak in the United States other than Mount Denali in Alaska. So it's higher than the Rockies. It's higher than any of that. And it was just right there. And I got lots of great pictures. And then and that was down at Bishop. And then we went on another 4 hours up to Lake Tahoe, and it just gradually got higher and higher, and oh, what a drive. And Lake Tahoe was so beautiful. It's a huge lake. It's the next largest lake in the United States behind the Great Lakes is Lake Tahoe, and it's the highest alpine lake, meaning the highest one in mountain in the United States, and it's like 3,000 feet deep in some areas, and all of that, and it's huge everywhere you go in Lake Tahoe, whether it's north, south, whatever, you will see the lake, and it is beautiful. And at first I was like, Katie, why couldn't you just come to Hemet? You would have made things so much easier if you would have just come down here, had the wedding here in Southern California. But you know what? I'm so grateful she didn't, because we got to go up there and spend that time up there as a family with her at that place. And her friends, there was 100 people, and she had friends that came from Boston, Massachusetts, 2 came from North Carolina, 1 came from New York, several came from down here in Southern California, and they all came there. They came from Oregon. I was so shocked. It just made her day, and it just showed how much they loved her for coming and supporting her for this wedding. And it was just fantastic. But we got up there on Friday afternoon at 5. We all got our places down in South Lake Tahoe, and she was in Tahoe City, and nobody had realized that it was an hour away, driving these mountain roads, which was spectacular. But we drove up there, we had the rehearsal, we came back, and then we had to go up there early the next morning and start setting up. I mean, I just thought it was never going to end. I've never been so exhausted in my life. And we got it all set up, and it's just, everything feels so disorganized until it's organized and you're doing it. And once I got dressed and I got my dress on and my hair done and all that there, I had to take everything up there to the dorms to do that. It was like, oh my gosh, this really is going to happen. And it did, and it was just beautiful. And she managed to get, all my kids were there. It was like a big Fiorito family reunion. We had my son and his family from Washington State, Seattle, and we had my son and his family from Williamsburg, Virginia there. And then, of course, my daughter and her kids, who live right down the street from us, and my other 2 daughters were all up there. All my 10 grandchildren were there. So that was pretty spectacular. I can't talk about it without starting to cry. And she managed to have all of the kids involved in the wedding. And her sisters, she had 3 bridesmaids, and they were all her sisters. Her 2 sister-in-laws participated with doing a couple of readings. My oldest son, he did the officiating. He was the pastor or whatever, and he did an absolute wonderful job. He made a story up about a little fox and a big bear, and her husband is one of the biggest people I've ever met. He's a football coach, and he's 6'7", and I don't even know how much he weighs. He's huge, but just a real wonderful man. And she's just a little thing, and so she was the little fox, and he was the big bear. And my son, made up this whole story about how they met, and going through life together, climbing the mountain, and it was spectacular. And then my 2 7-year-old grandsons were the ring bearers, and my 3 granddaughters were the bridesmaids, and it just was beautiful. It just really was. And if I can get some pictures onto this video, they'll be at the end. Otherwise, I've been posting some on my Instagram, which I will continue to do. Anyway, back to this girl. here she is in her dress, and isn't she just, her coloring and everything, she just looks beautiful in this dress. Look at this. Thank you so much, Aunt Katie. Thank you, thank you. And we got to put her hat on now. Oh, I know, she's going to look adorable. Okay, how do we do this, baby? I guess it's pretty loose. We just button it. Oh, but her coloring, she just looks beautiful in this coloring with her dark hair and her blue eyes. Oh my goodness, let's zoom in to show our Tori. Show our face, baby. Okay, that should be focused. I don't know where this left off. I don't think I lost too much with you. But anyway, this is Miss Tori Lynn in her beautiful red, white, and blue outfit that her Aunt Katie gave her. And I just think she just looks adorable in it. And I'm going to get some pictures for Instagram. And I have some pictures. I'm going to take some pictures of Harvey and Charlotte for Instagram as well. So I will be back, everybody, with more videos on a more frequent basis and more pictures for Instagram. And thank you so much for being here, and everybody have a wonderful 4th of July. I know we're going to a barbecue in a little bit with my family, and that's about it. And watching the fireworks a little bit later, of course, at night. So thank you, and bye now.